Hello everyone, this is Zach with the Aeong Show. I am back, and this is a special video. I'm going to be talking about Series 19 of Taskmaster. The finale was just yesterday. I watched it a few hours ago. Just wanted to talk about it. I mean, I'm a big Taskmaster fan. I've watched every series that they've had so far. So this was the first one I actually watched live, though. I had caught up with all the series leading up to this one. This was the first series I've actually watched as it aired. So that was a new experience for me. And just, I love this series. It was so good. I do have some notes. Somebody has moved those, so they're kind of more in my line of sight. But yeah, it was a great series. One of my favorites. I just loved it. All the contestants, I mean, we had Fatiha El-Ghorri, Jason Mantzoukas, Mathew Baynton, Rosie Ramsey, and Stevie Martin. They were all great. It was just such a good mesh of people. Because I mean, usually, Taskmaster's always good. Like, there's always like fun stuff. It's always hilarious. There's always good episodes. But like, sometimes like not everyone mixes as well together. So it just like depends on the group of people you have. But this one just felt so perfect. Like, it was like one of those series where it's like, man, I just wish this one would like keep going. Again, it was just, and the way they like worked with Alex, the way they worked with Greg, it was just perfect in my opinion. I'll just go through all the contestants first. I also want to talk about like some of the tasks that happened throughout the show that were some of my favorites. First let's go with, let me just move that back over there. Okay. So first, let's just go through the contestants. We'll go through one by one. So Fatiha first. I mean, she's hilarious. The only person of the 5 contestants I actually knew about before the show was Jason, just because I've seen him in American television. I'm a big Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan, so I've seen him before. The rest of them I've seen Rosie, but like I don't really know her from much. The rest of them I had not seen before, so that they were all new to me. So to start off with Fatiha, I mean, she's just hilarious. Like, all the comments and stuff, the way that like she just comes in with in today's episode, or in the finale, last episode, like the way she just like comes in when she's walking through the like on the gravel road, and it's just like she's always making a comment, "Hey, bruv," like she's always using slang. Like, it's hilarious. The way she interacts with Greg, like the way she's always like trying to get him to marry him. Again, great. Jason is just like wild kinetic energy, just like the entire time. I mean, a lot of the tasks I'll talk about, like he's a big part of it, just because like he just does such crazy things a lot of times. Like, he's probably, I'm trying to think back, but like probably the wildest person who's ever been on Taskmaster. Just the way that he would try and destroy things, no matter what. Like, any task, even if there was no reason to, he would still just destroy stuff. Then we have Mathew. I mean, he's like such a kind, sweet guy. But like, he did everything. Like, he was always like trying his best and stuff. So like sometimes you'd get stuff where he would come so close and then like fail. Like this one challenge in episode 5 where they're doing the songs, like the most annoying song, I think it was, and like he was so close to, like, he went one over the word limit because of like he asked him to repeat, like sing along with him, and it's like stuff like that. And like when he had the in the 3rd episode when they're doing the challenge with the pillows, the different colored pillows, and try to sneak past Alex, and like he completely nailed it, but then he moved the bin at the beginning, and so like 0 points anyway. Like, stuff like that was just too good. Then we have Rosie. Rosie was just like such a I don't even know how to say, because she would just do or say things that are just like so random. Like when they had the challenge where they were like drawing the monsters in the car and stuff like that, and she said like we are the monsters. Like, she thought they were supposed to draw themselves. Like, I don't think she actually drew them that way, but like she mentioned like, oh, we the monsters. Or like in the finale episode when she like puts like the thing of sand on her head, and like she used to do a lot of like random things that were too funny. And then Stevie Martin was great. like she was kind of like a slightly more tame, uh, like she was Jason, just like that rabid energy that she would have the entire time. So like very infectious, very bright. Um, so much fun to watch. I mean, and then like the way that they would work together. I mean, JV Mantzoukas, probably my favorite team in Taskmaster history. I mean, like there's like probably like Bob's team in Series 5, but like just so good. The way that they like work together, like the way that like they built like the chemistry throughout the entire series, it was just so much fun to watch. Um, like that was the thing. You could feel like they had like a real like friendship there. Um, the other team was just like so funny. Just the way like again like Matt would be like so like focused on doing something. Like in the most recent one, the finale when they're doing like and it's pretty much like the perfect encapsulation of both teams in the finale with the like drive-through task where you have like JB Martzoukas is just like they did everything so well together. Like they worked as such a good team that like even though like they made like some small mistakes on like the money and stuff like that, but like they just worked so well together. They planned everything and it's just like perfect. Then you had the other team where it was like Fatiha's just like immediately like just like saying comments. You have Matt is like so focused on getting the right amount of money and stuff like that that like he's like not paying attention to what's going on. You had Rosie was again unprepared with the food, so it's like they're just like all over the place, but they're just so funny together with that. So great to watch. And then like it was funny. It was interesting like watching like because like again Jason is the first American to be on Taskmaster, the first like based in America because like there's been a couple people who are American but like they like live in Britain now or in the UK or in Europe, and so like you know they're used to everything there. While Jason's like the first like fully American, he's only from America, and like he's on the show, and like he pretty much like begged to be on the show, which that's pretty like crazy. That like the way because I mean I saw an interview with like Alex and Greg before where they mentioned how like he pretty much paid like Jason pretty much paid out of pocket to come on the show. Like he pretty much said like it was going to be like a loss in terms of like money for him, but he didn't care because he's such a big fan of Taskmaster that he wanted to be a part of it, which like that's something that's like really great to see. Like someone who isn't from the country, who just loves the show and wants to be a part of it, and like you could tell that with the way he acted on the show that like he just loved to be there, to be in the house, to do all the tasks and stuff like that. And of course, he wanted to destroy the house, so there's that too. So let's get into like some of the episodes and the tasks of each episode. I wrote them down. I mean, there's so many of them. I don't want to go through all of them in great detail. So I just put down a few of them. I mean, like in the first episode, there was like the cool thing front and back. That was pretty funny. Then we have like the second episode. The commenting. I feel like the second episode is where like they like you really saw like the personality of the series. Like you have the commentating, the tricky thing, and they're all just doing like the way that they would commentate stuff is great. Jason, of course, his task with trying to get onto the roof. No one's ever been on the roof. He did not make it on the roof for his incredibly tricky thing. Then you had like the birth of JV Martzoukas. Again, this was like the one where they had to do like each person had to be doing a specific thing, and like it was hilarious. Then let's see, we have third episode. We had to try and find the cheese phone. They all had like different strategies. Of course, some people took a lot longer than others. And then this was where we had because Matt, of course, is wearing like a runner's outfit, like a marathon runner's outfit, and of course he's on the floor, like crawling along because he was blindfolded trying to find the cheese. And of course, because his shorts are so short, of course they blurred it, but you know, you get a pretty, you can tell what was there if they didn't blur it. And then you have the smile task where like they had to like symbols, they had to figure out what it meant and all that. And of course, like Jason was there for like the longest time, like 50 minutes, and like Stevie was there for like 30 minutes, and some people did like 7 minutes. So again, then we have the fifth one was a song. I mentioned that with Matt. That was one where like Fatiha was like just telling a whole entire story and just went way over the limit. The We Are Monsters one from Rosie. And then of course a great moment in the whole series, which again, the way all the characters, all the people like work together. Just like Matt being like the sweetheart that he is, where in the live task at the end of the episode, when they're doing the balloon thing, trying to hear the colors to pop the balloon, and like Stevie messed up the thing at the end, but then Matt just pops his balloons anyway just to give Stevie the win. I mean, that's like such a lovable moment, because that's the thing about this cast. I felt like it was just, you felt so like attached to them. Like they're just so likable, so funny. Like everyone was great. Episode 6, this was where they had to figure out like the what do we call it? He had a banana. Alex had a banana on his head. He's on top of the dome, and they have to figure out like what it is without like, you know, getting to it or whatever. And so they just have to ask questions, and like you have some people who just like immediately figured it out, did certain tricks to do it, and then you had Jason, who sat there with Alex for an hour and 40 minutes just asking questions over and over and over again. 233 questions to Alex. Like, brings back to like the Ed Gamble task from, I think it was Champion of Champions, when he was there for like 2 hours or whatever. Just like absolutely crazy stuff. And then when they were teaching Alex a lesson, and like the different things where it's like writing on Alex, and like having him, give him like waterboarding, or like just submerging him in water to make him learn something. Episode 7, that was again another great JV Mantzoukas moment with the locked in, when they had to like move the tennis ball through like the fence slats, and like they're using like spoons or whatever, and they JV Mantzoukas loses at the end, and then locked in. Episode 8, the epic fail, that was a good task, because like you watch it the first time through, and like you see them all fail, and you're like, that, like, they, I mean, like, didn't seem like that hard of a task. And then you learn that they had to fail epically, and of course Rosie, I'm pretty sure, like actually succeeded by accident, because like you're supposed to like fail at the last second, but like she accidentally succeeded at the last second. When they did like the painting stuff, of course, like Jason puts like glance as like a word that they have to paint. I feel like if you can listen, I really loved Jason. Again, just absolutely hilarious guy. In terms of like the actual tasks and stuff, like he was probably like the craziest, just because again he would just do the most random things for it. In terms of like in the studio talking and stuff like that, I mean, like Fatiha was probably like the best at that. Like she was just so funny because the banter she would have with like Greg and Alex, that very like blunt like humor and stuff like that. In the 9th episode, we have the butterfly task, where they have to like create a transformation, like transform your body, and like he started like a little caterpillar, and like bloomed into a butterfly with Alex. So the green screen, that was too good. The patatas challenge, where they have to find the cat and give it like the milk or the potion, I think. And then that was hilarious. They're going back to the rooms over and over again. You like Stevie and Rosie going forever. The 10th episode, the Science Challenge, I mentioned that, with Rosie with the box on her head, holding the pose. That was too good. The fact that like Fatiha just immediately after like 2 minutes, I think, if she even made it 2 minutes, like just gave up. It was just like moving around, just like whatever. You have the other ones doing these like crazy poses. Then you had of course the drive-in one I mentioned earlier. That was just one of the funniest tasks. Just the way that they worked as teams. Again, just like great. And then of course Matt won in the end. Spoiler alert. Yeah, Matt won in the end, which wasn't really surprising. I feel like I couldn't remember like if they like really showed like the overall scoreboard a lot this season. Usually I feel like they showed a lot more, so you know who's like winning throughout the series. This one was kind of a little bit, they didn't show it as much near the end of the series, so I wasn't sure. But I mean, I kind of thought Matt was gonna win just because he had been so consistent throughout the entire series. I was surprised that like Stevie came second, Jason came third, then Rosie fourth, and Fatiha fifth, just because at the beginning, of course, like they mentioned that like Jason was at the bottom for so long, and Stevie was kind of lower as well, and then like they both made a big charge at the end to get close to, but of course Matt was like, I think the bottom four, like, man, I can look it up right here. It was pretty close, like, yeah, like fifth through second they were all pretty close. They were about 13 points apart. Well, then Matt had like a 15-point lead over second place. So he was pretty comfortably in the lead the entire time. But I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, winning Taskmaster, it's just like, that's always great. But like, it's just the enjoyment you get from all the tasks and stuff like that. It was just a great series. Again, one of my favorites. It's definitely up there. I mean, like, I love like the I think Series 16 with like Lucy Beaumont and Sam Campbell. Series 7 with James Acaster and Jessica Knappett, and I think Rod Gilbert in that series. And you have like Series 5, of course, with like Bob Mortimer, Ashlyn B. I think that's Nish as well is in that series. But yeah, those are some of the best ones, like those three, and then like this one's probably right up there for me. It might be my favorite, just because of how good it was. So I can't wait for Series 20. But Series 19 was like a real high note, so it's gonna be tough to top that one, tough to get close to that one. We'll see what Series 20 has in store for us. I'm not sure when that starts, probably in a month or so, a couple months, but I will be watching that. I might do some sort of like, maybe I'll do like episode recaps of Series 20, like after every episode I'll do like a little video about it. I also have a TikTok account. It's just at the Aeong Show, so you can go follow that. I'll leave the link in the description. Yeah, if you want to watch that. I might either do like small things on TikTok, or I might post small videos here, or like as shorts on here and on TikTok. I'm not sure. We're still learning. This is a new account. I'm not too stressed about it. I'm just trying to make content that I enjoy making. So again, talking about things that I enjoy, which again, Taskmaster is one of them. I enjoy K-pop, I enjoy wrestling, I enjoy a lot of things. It will just depend on what I'm interested in, so at the moment. So again, I really want to talk about the Taskmaster series finale, so that's what we did. If you stayed until this entire time and listened to me rant about Taskmaster and just kind of like babble for a bunch, thank you, I do appreciate that. If you left at any point, it's all good. I'm fine with that. I just want to talk about these things that I love. Again, if you did like it, leave it like on the video. Always helps, makes me see what people are enjoying. Leave a comment about anything to do with Taskmaster, any other videos you want me to do, any topics, maybe a specific thing about Taskmaster you want me to talk about, or like anything like that. What else? Subscribe. I mean, yeah, it's all good. Again, I post a bunch of stuff on TikTok as well. I'm still trying to figure out what to do on there. So yeah, any ideas are great. If you enjoyed the video, thank you. I'll be back with another video, probably, all-ins next week, so I'll make a video about that. And there's a Vivi's comeback next week, so I'll be talking about that as well. So yeah, so there's videos coming up in the next week. Look out for all of them. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you again. This has been Zach with the Aeong Show. Have a good rest of your day.